Welcome in everyone to the Soul Lake Collective. I'm Diane and I'm here with my beautiful friend and colleague Karen. And today we're here just bringing in a conversation around post-solstice and really what the collective is feeling and going on in the world right now. And before we hit record, Karen was just sharing with me just an experience that she had last night. And I believe that it certainly resonated with me, and I believe that it probably will resonate with a lot of you. And we're just going to kind of jump right in and go from there. This is organic. We are connected as divine channels, bringing in messaging frequencies and our hearts full of love for all of you joining us whenever you're joining us. Trust that it is the right timing. So, Karen, go ahead and let's go back to what you were just kind of sharing, what transpired for you
What
last
transpires.
night.
So good morning and welcome everybody. So I have been feeling a lot in my body lately, and I don't think I'm alone. I think many of us, I'm hearing anxiety, I'm hearing weight gain, I'm hearing weightedness. I'm just hearing and feeling a lot of that myself. Is this mine? Is this collective? There's a lot, as Diane just said, there's a lot going on in the world. And I reached out to somebody and I scheduled myself a specific type of massage. And usually, when I make decisions for myself like that, in my dream time, reinforced or validated that internal validation, like, yes, this is a good thing to do. Or maybe you want to cancel that. So I was shown last night that I was having my massage and I was having my stomach like all deeply manipulated because everybody wants that. And then I was shown the words, like it was beautiful. It was like it emanated out from me, and I was shown the words, "Let it all go." And it was so pertinent to like, what am I holding? What am I still holding on to? Right? What am I outwardly still grasping in the world? And I can name like five right off the top of my head, but that's the personal journey we're all on. And then like who am I going to be once I let that go, Diane? So there's another little layer of fear that creeps up, right? Well, who am I without all of that? What is my potential without all of that? What am I meant for? Right? Like it keeps going higher and higher. So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, so that was my experience. And I think many of us are feeling very weighted, very responsible, holding a lot of responsibility, especially for people around us who are not having the same experience as us. I think that is something to be looked at, right? Like how are you feeling about like all of that?
Mm. Well, just as you're speaking, I have so many chills running through my body, and I feel like my heart is like about to beat out of my chest, and I'm not really sure what that's about. The chills are for me usually just confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. The heaviness, I mean, it is hot. I'm in the southeast, and it is hot here, and I know it's just as hot, even maybe if not hotter, where you are in the northeast.
Yeah.
Across the country, across the world, we're having these extreme, temperatures. And, I'm feeling, of course, the heaviness of that, but in my body as well. It's just like, it's an effort. It has been an effort to get out of bed. It has been an effort to go from A to B um, lately. And I almost feel, or I do feel, at least my experience, as being like this weighted blanket, just being kind of like laying or wrapped around me with the message, just be still, just bring yourself down. So I've been personally spending a lot of time in my yard planting, just being around flowers, because that raises my frequency. I just love the joy of the colors and the bees buzzing around and the hummingbirds. Um, and then there's all, and I'm not going to name, but the political
Mhm.
up discord happening in the world that is, and like you said, when we're around other people who aren't on this path, at least yet, and that's what they want to talk about. And when I walk my dog in my neighborhood, I have to say, most people are not going there, but there are a few that's their go-to. And what do we do with that? As uh, souls, we're all souls here, right? But really stepping into our light to be the lighthouses that we are here at the Soul Light Collective, as all of us joining our on our awakening journey. How do we best be that beacon of light amongst the 3D? Um,
Yeah. I
it
think
can be challenging.
your beautiful like self-care of putting
Mhm.
yourself outside, right? Even if you don't even know, like you're being guided to do that, right? Like so and what I want to so talk about is I think back to like the 70s and that when I was young and in the 1900s and like I've talked about this before, like my mother, the only news my mother knew was if she got it through the coffee with the neighbors
Mm.
or the local paper,
Yeah.
right? And that was the extent of it. Like, yes, maybe they got the Boston Globe also, right? And I feel like, and that was what kind of made that 5 o'clock evening news such an event. And she's silent generation, so she's very tied with that. That's what everything she's tied with. But I think that there's such a beautiful ability to say, like, I don't need to look at it and I don't need to
Mhm.
participate in it. And I think that that crosses that line of my central nervous system
Mm.
isn't designed to know 24/7 what's happening everywhere else.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that that goes so beautifully back to my yearning and just wanting to stay at home and raise my girls. And that was a gift that I was given because I just didn't, I just was able to create that beautiful protective cocoon. And I don't mean
Mhm.
that in like exclusive way, but I had our family unit and we were able to talk about things we didn't have. Diane and I are pioneer mothers of the social media, and have saw that shift when that came in. And, we hold it in our body and each of us is going to hold it differently. And how do I clear it? Like, how do I move forward and feel better? Because I think that's what we all want.
That's what we all want. And then this, this time that we're in right now, especially with the solstice happening and so much light, so many light frequencies, light codes coming in to help us as a planet ascend. It is all about the letting go. It is all about the really being present with what is arising. And are you going to meet that discomfort or are you going to turn your head and numb out some more to it, which is, what Karen and I did
Yeah,
for years, right? Back in
we did. Yeah.
we've been on our own healing and awakening journeys for quite some time now. But we have to, and this is so cliche, but you have to feel it to heal it, right? It has to come up to the surface. We have to meet it. We have to meet it with compassion for what it is and what it was. We've all had trauma. Every single human being on this planet has had some sort of trauma. It's a trauma just to be born into this world, honestly. But meeting our past with such compassion and love because it's brought us to the place that we are now, to reflect back and to expose what our bodies, what our nervous systems have been clinging to. And that's what we've we've known, but it is time. It is time for more. There is so much more as we are ascending as a planet, as a human race, coming together as oneness, not to have these divisions, these opinions, these limiting beliefs, this past conditioning. It is all about letting go and the invitation. And I'm hearing a channeling wanting to come through to support your letting go.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go right ahead.
as we move forward. So, for those of you new and just joining us, Karen and I are divine channels. We channel um, frequencies of light and of love. Sometimes they come through in messaging that if you speak English, you can understand. And most often they come through in energetic frequencies known as light language. And with light language, it's not a language the mind can understand. It is a felt frequency that we all have access to, that helps us to heal on the physical, emotional, spiritual levels and up level our DNA, to evolve as we are here to evolve. I'm going to take a sip of water and I invite you to just listen with your hearts. Your mind's not going to understand probably a lot of this, but this is a feeling. So we would love to know in the comments what you notice in your body as these frequencies to support your letting go, your release, your awakening path, how they resonate or perhaps not resonate with you.
Mm. Yeah, thank you, Diane. I'm feeling definitely something that wants to be shared coming through also, listening to you
Yeah.
speak.
I'm going to let you open up then.
Okay, great.
I
I
feel
am in gratitude.
my throat chakra is like I can feel the scratchiness, so I'm gonna take some water as you.
Nakia. Anakayaria tokoya ia na aik ukoya ia tia kaya shongo. Aka aya na akara tok uya ia na ia ya orwati ia wa. Wa shunu uwa wa kuya na koya ya wa shunu kuwa. Nogowa shugoya tugoya ya wa tu ya shu me to you wa tuki ina yako shono kowa great waves of emotion akayara wa ya tiki nakorwa tia shono kowa wa breathing in, letting it go. Nyak ia ako wa ya tukuya tuya shu wa kukuya nokuwa nakuwa.
Beautiful, Karen. Thank you. So right away, again, it's in my throat chakra, right? It's that clearing of letting go. I'm hearing the message, letting go from your heart. What have you been holding in your heart space that wants to be released, that is ready to be expressed? Your truth, your authenticity. Nia torio shotokotoriana ia tarakataria saria torokotoriana ia sakia. Ujurukutoriana ia sarakaya toroshatakia atoria mahiandoya ia shwa itoruya tarakia surya shatakotoriana ia tarakia suryotorokoya voices that have been suppressed arokotoria shatakotoriana ia toroya tarakatariana koya sakia soya shakua hearts that have been clouded Doria sarakatario shotokotoriana by false beliefs. Dorio shotokotoriana ia saria shotokotoriana ia sakia. The pathway forward is to open the heart. Nya Sakia, express your fullest and brightest light. Doria Shotokotoriana that you are. Ashianaya Sakia Sakia. Suya Shakia Sorosho Tokotoriana. You are worthy of a life full of love and of peace. Arokotoriana, of joy. Ishiandoriana, and abundance. Doria Sarakatariana, of freedom. Oshikitia Sakia, just because you exist. Atoriana Aisikia. This is your birthright. Asuria Shatakotoriana. Ooh, Sahia Sakia, taking a deep breath in and allowing yourself the freedom and expansion to release the weights that have been holding you down. So that you can fully step into your soul's path as a human here on this planet, because the world needs your light. Ashia Sarashutarania. Yasaya Tiana Su Yeshia.
Mm,
This beautiful heart, this heart shape that's coming through.
yeah. I was experiencing the beautiful piece of dove
Mm.
while you were in that, with just that knowing that we all are the piece of dove, dove of peace. I don't even know I'm coming back. Right, that beautiful dove with the olive branch, right, the olive branch, and we are that dove, and we are so powerful. And when we can start to look at each other with love and see the love and see the soul in each person around us, that's when we get to that point. So I feel my personal message is just, when you see someone who's in distress, carrying a heavy load, feeling uncomfortable in their body, their central nervous system's triggering, they're not themselves. They're carrying heavy responsibilities. That keeps coming up for me today. That when you can look at them and soften your gaze and just hear them and then move on, we're creating that peace. We're creating that miracle of love in a greater way.
Yes,
And I don't even remember how we opened this today. I think it was letting it go, letting it all
letting
go.
it go.
What
Yeah,
is it serving? What is it costing me? And do I
yeah.
want to be here, or do I want to move forward? Thank you.
Thank you all so much for tuning in and receiving this transition that we were able to bring you today. And we love your feedback in the comments. If our video resonates with you, we have many more. You can check out our channel. Please subscribe, like this video, share this video. And yeah, any suggestions too for content? Karen and I, we don't know everything, but we've been around the block a few times as healing practitioners. You can even schedule a session with us if you need additional support on your journey, guidance. As intuitive healers, we would love to support you with that. So all our information is in the info below, and we just wish you just send you so much love and blessings.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diane, and thank you, anyone who's watching.
Yeah. Everyone take
Great
care. Be
talk.
well.
Bye.